Hello and welcome back to Culinary Haven in Transition. Today, as promised, we're showing you how I've been keeping a lid on things amid all the madness. We're making a one-pot wonder. Very easy, no fuss, and super delicious. This one-pot dish is with chicken. Having a limited amount of equipment due to not having even a cooker yet, we will be using a hot plate. To make a one-pot wonder, we will need a pot. I'm making a dinner for two, so this size, about 2.5 liters, with a heavy bottom. I'll put it aside for a minute and introduce the ingredients. 2 chicken legs, 2 onions, smallish but not too small, 2 tomatoes, 2 small sticks of celery, 2 cloves of garlic. We're making dinner for two, makes sense. 2 peppers of any color you want, 1 aubergine and 1 large potato. And of course we'll need some olive oil, some butter, about a tablespoon of each, and some black pepper, some salt and some paprika. And we'll start with preparing the vegetables. That's them all washed and peeled. And now we're going to slice. We'll start with the onions, cut it in half, and just slice them as thinly as you can. Now we'll just put it back on this board. This little table is all I have at the moment, so I just have to make this things work. Just put some disposable paper tablecloth on it for cooking, and that should do it. Next, we will chop the celery, 2 small sticks, just finely chopped. That aside, the tomatoes in half and thinly sliced. I've created this dish out of necessity. I had nothing to cook in or on. I don't have a cooker yet, and I'm not sure when I'll get one. It's complicated with the whole situation in the country and in the world, as you well know. Anyway, I thought the slow cooking on this hot plate will do the trick, and it just worked, and I absolutely adore this dish. I hope you will too. And now the garlic, just very thinly sliced. And now the aubergine, just slice it in about half an inch, thick slices, 1 centimeter. That's it. And now the peppers. The red pepper is a little bit too big, so I just cut 1/4 of it off. So it's 2 small peppers. It's only a dinner for two, and we don't want any leftovers. And lastly, the potato, just slice it again, 1 centimeter thick. This is it. Everything is now sliced and prepared for layering. We'll take our pot, add a tablespoon of olive oil and a small piece, it's less even than a tablespoon, of butter. Right, the first layer is the onions. Just put them all in and just distribute them evenly on the bottom of the pan. Don't worry, don't think, oh, maybe I should add a little bit of water in case of something sticks or burns, or nothing will stick, nothing will burn. You'll be amazed at how much sauce you'll have when the dish is ready, without adding any liquid at all. Now, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of paprika. Paprika gives lovely flavor, but also it gives a very lovely, beautiful color to the dish. And it's very important when we cook like this, there is no browning, there is no sauteing, so everything is raw. Put a lid in a pot and then just covered with the lid and slowly cooked. So we need the color, and paprika does that. On top of that, on top of the onions, the tomatoes. Again, spread evenly. So already we salted the onions and they will release the juices, and of course the tomatoes will release the juices too. So it will be plenty of liquid. You don't need any water. Some salt, some pepper, and some paprika. On top of that, the 2 small sticks of celery and 1 clove of garlic. And now half of the pepper. Again, a little bit of salt. On top of that, the chicken. We put the legs into the pot. One side, season. It looks like the pot is already full and we have a whole aubergine here and the potato and everything. Don't worry, we'll manage. Turn them over again. The second clove of garlic, pepper, and now we'll only have the aubergine and the potato left, which we'll just arrange in here somehow. Just push it down. Press it down rather. Like this. Season it. And on top of that, we're adding the remaining tablespoon of butter. Just cut it into tiny pieces and just dot it everywhere around the pot. That's it, that's fine. And the potato is going on top of that. Don't laugh. I know one person who's laughing now, and I'm absolutely sure of that. But you'll see it will work, Tanya. It will work. This is it. I know it's tempting to add a little bit of water just to get it going. Don't. Just cover it tightly with the lid. So this is our hot plate. We turn it on the highest, on 5, and leave it for about 7 minutes, I think. And then you can just open the lid once, just to check if you're not sure, but I'm sure you will hear the sizzling noises even without lifting the lid. Once you hear that it's simmering on the bottom, turn it down, all the way down to 2, and cook it for 1 hour. Don't stir. There is no browning, there is no sauteing anything, there is no stirring, there is no mixing. Just leave it alone. It will do its own thing and it will be perfect. It will be amazing. A very complex a flavor. You'll be actually amazed that raw ingredients without any browning or any special seasoning, just salt and pepper basically, will bring so much flavor. Right, it's been an hour and it should be ready. Let's check. The potatoes, completely soft, cooked perfectly. Aubergine and everything else. And if we look inside the pot, you can see that there's plenty of juices there, and remember, we didn't add any liquid, and yet there are plenty of juices, and it's ready. Turning it off, getting ready to serve. Right, let's serve then. Now we can dig in, get all the lovely vegetables that they're cooked perfectly. And look at that chicken. It's absolutely falling off the bone. I'm even struggling here to lift it with a large spoon. There, look at that. It's just cooked to perfection in its own juices. The onions, the tomatoes, the peppers, aubergine, the potatoes. It's just so lovely. Oh. And I want you to see, there is nothing was burnt, nothing stuck to it. Rinse it and it's clean. In the next episode, we'll show you how to make a lovely no-fuss breakfast using a hot plate. Thank you for watching this episode of Culinary Haven, and until next time, bye.